I tried to take a picture of it last night.
You tried to take a picture of your fiance's penis?
Yeah.
You tried to take... Okay, you tried to take a picture of your fiance's penis for me.
That's really weird.
Because she was bragging about it. She was like, oh,
I wasn't bragging. You were asking.
No, you were...
And you were like, pics or it didn't happen?
Yeah, exactly. And she's like, well, let me look through my phone. And then she looked for an hour or two. I was like, well, it's not in here.
An
I was
hour
like,
or two?
wow,
How
I've been
many
sitting here an
pictures do you
hour or
have?
two. It's, I can't believe that it's that big.
I can't either.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Super Panic Frenzy podcast. Today, I'm Steven Suptic, not that I normally wouldn't be.
I'm Jeremy Azevedo.
And I'm Raina Scully.
And I'm Matt Danovic.
You do that all the time now. What is that? Why do you want to be Matt?
So today we're talking about a wide variety of subjects, all gaming controversy. We never talk about gaming.
We never talk about controversies because we're scared.
But this week we do because I think, you and I never do, Raina, because we have really poorly formulated opinions. And we're never able to speak our minds. Well, no.
Right?
I have good thoughts in my head, but my mind powers don't let me crush them with my mind.
Wait. Explain that one more time. You have good thoughts in your head, but your mind
got good
power.
thoughts.
Don't
But I
let them
can't-
crush them in his mind vice.
Right.
I mean, it seemed pretty clear.
Yeah,
to
I
me.
can't crush them in my mind vice.
My
and
bad. I just didn't
push them
understand.
out to the world in a way that I want to without seeming like a total dingus.
Right. I totally understand.
And
that.
I don't understand why I have that problem. It's the problem I've had my whole life is I've never been able to truly say what's on my mind because I can't find the words.
Wait, so you don't have, not only do you not have a filter, you also don't know how to formulate what you want to say?
I'm like a dead baby.
Wow.
A lot of people would
Dead
compare it
babies
to.
are even worse at communicating, I
Than
think.
alive babies. You're right. Yeah, you're not wrong.
How are you guys with formulating opinions and how are you guys at arguing?
I love arguing. Arguing is my favorite.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I don't know if I enjoy it necessarily, but I'll probably win.
I'm terrible at lying and I'm terrible at arguing.
Oh yeah, I don't
know what that says about me other than it's just like I
No,
know
it's
at least
a
back
good
to
thing. You're like an honest
I think
dude.
when we're talking about these kind of controversies that have popped up in the week, we just have to like provide like a point and a counterpoint. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Right, to look at both sides of it and kind of explore whether or not there's some validity to some of the things that are being said.
You see, I'm
Right.
trying to psychoanalyze myself. I'm not talking about Notch right now or whatever crazy
wants to talk about
hijinks he's gotten
himself.
into at a party and then tweet about how sad he is. I'm just talking about why can't I argue? Like why I want nothing more than to be able to lie and argue.
Because you don't have the attention span for it, and also I don't think you care. You don't have a dog in the fight, right? You're just
right.
like,
I never do.
yeah,
What does
you're
that
just like
mean?
it means like the argument could go either way, and Steven wouldn't really give a shit.
Oh yeah, you're not really
Do you think
affected
if I-
either
If
way.
you're like, what's
You're not
better, this thing or
invested.
that thing? And Steven would be like, oh, butterfly.
Whatever.
Like,
Even better.
yeah, there doesn't need to be a result to the
Right.
argument.
Yeah, that's why you're bad at arguing because you're not passionate.
But that means
It's
I've
not-
never
it's
been
not- it's
passionate
not
about
necessarily
anything.
passionate. It might just be like an element of being
disorder?
stubborn.
Oh.
You know, like I'm stubborn, so I want there to be an answer. Like, and I'm also logical, so like there has to be a solution.
And I'm
Right,
neither.
right.
And I'll just keep pushing and pushing until I get to that solution or answer.
Yeah.
Even if it is ultimately meaningless. Which it
I'm actually
usually is.
very stubborn though. Is what's strange about
No,
that.
you're not. I don't think so. I
Not
worked
with
with
you
you for a
guys
bit.
because I'm in a professional setting over here and I have
Is
to.
this a professional setting?
That's adorable.
You really think that?
I mean, compared to my apartment.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
This,
Oh,
like,
speaking of your apartment, something sad
don't,
happened to you.
don't,
no,
don't,
stop.
stop.
No.
My roommate left me.
Isn't that sad?
He went back to Canada, and
Poor
now I'm
kid.
roommateless.
I miss you, kid.
And I'm mostly sad because I have to pay all the rent now until I find a new roommate. And I don't
That
know.
is tragic.
I don't know who's gonna move in, so I'm taking applications. But it's like
Do you want to just flash your email address up here?
Real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
Make it quick. Just make it your phone number instead.
Steve Zaragoza at Hotmail.
Someone's gonna make that account. It's gonna be bad.
There's probably already a Hotmail account for Steve.
Yeah, he probably made it himself.
For what purpose? What are we talking? PAX happened. PAX was fun.
I enjoyed PAX. I like it better than the other gaming conventions.
I
It was
liked E3 a lot
fun.
more
Yeah.
than PAX. Actually.
Did you really?
This
Why?
year I did. The parties at E3 weren't that cool. Actually, no, the parties at E3 were cool, but the games at E3 were cooler, I thought.
You think? Oh, you think the games
Well,
at E3 were cooler?
PAX isn't like, I mean, E3 is all like big AAA
Exactly.
games that you can
I
just
think-
look at videos of and can't even play.
Right.
Like, I feel like at PAX you could just like wait in line for 20, 30 minutes and play whatever game.
Yeah.
And also they had more like cool indie games and stuff.
The indie
indie
games
games
were
were
so
cool.
good. I
mean,
can't
the-
wait for No, wait.
I
Keep
liked-
talking and nobody explodes.
Oh,
I
yeah,
liked,
yeah.
Can't wait for that.
Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Oh, that
See,
was
that
amazing.
one was my least favorite out of all.
Was it really?
What?
My favorite one was the one with the grinding.
Oh,
You know,
Future
the
Grind.
Future Grind, yeah. It's
Oh.
the one where it's like a purple and a blue wheel.
He
and you
tweeted
flip-
at us.
You flip him. Yeah, and he didn't
That
follow
one-
me.
He didn't follow us. Wait, did he follow me?
No, I think his
Oh.
name's Owen from Future Grind or whatever. His legal name is Owen from Future Grind. And yeah, he tweeted at us. He's like, "Thanks for playing our game." I followed him. I was like, "Thank you," and he didn't follow back.
Wait, did
so-
you say it in that creepy, weird
Yeah, I
manner that you
sent
just
a,
did?
I
Wait.
Sent an
recorded
audio
myself.
clip.
Yeah, on SoundCloud. I uploaded it to my SoundCloud and sent it to him.
So
I thought that
complicated.
game was a real controller snapper.
Yeah, no,
actually.
for sure.
It was. I think it was easy to understand after you figured out like the swing
Yeah.
mechanic of it, but it was so much.
I got
fun.
through it on the first try, and
Yeah.
then I blew up like literally 25 times in a row, where I was embarrassed that he was just standing there looking
Watching
at me,
you?
and I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. This is real stupid.
I already got the codes for Ultimate Chicken Horse, so
Hell
we can
yeah.
play that. Yeah, it's gonna be a good
Yeah.
time. Nope.
No.
That game was fun for sure. Definitely frustrated me more because it became a game of trying to just make it impossible to beat it
Well-
instead of just trying to make yourself beat it.
But the cool thing is, after a certain point, when there are too many things on the screen, you're allowed to blow up stuff on it, so it becomes.
And if you don't know what games we're talking
Strategize.
about, we actually released a PAX video recently. I think it was how many days or last week?
It was
What
last
called?
week
It's
on
like
Sunday.
PAX 2015
Yeah.
Experience or something.
That's not the title at all. It's like best weird games at PAX.
Right, that's what it is.
It was gonna be called Steve and Raina detonate a bomb at PAX.
or a bomb at
Yeah,
PAX.
a bomb at PAX, but
Which
but
would've been a real bad idea.
There's just jokes that you can't do.
Yeah, we have class here.
It
We're-
was
we're
funny
very
watching you guys
tasteful.
play that game. Keep talking or
Yeah, apparently we have
Or it
really,
explodes. Is that what
really
it's
bad
called?
teamwork.
Yeah, keep talking.
And
or-
nobody explodes.
And nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trisha's team, the Escapist, got on like the second leaderboard list or
Yeah.
something because they were actually really good and logical
how do
and
they
good
have
at
such-
solving.
I want to
good
try having
teamwork.
Trisha come in and be
Teach us?
Yeah, like be like the person walking you through it.
But
and
I
see
want
if
her
that
to
works.
wear
like
the
the
same.
drill sergeant.
I think even Trisha would lose her patience at you.
Oh
guys.
yeah, it'd be great. I want her to
It'd
be
be
like,
great
it
if
is
we
with
could.
great
How much do you think it would be to
disgrace.
rent out one of those bomb suits from the Hurt Locker?
Let's just make one.
Yeah, let's just make one out
Let's
of
just
craft
toilet paper
foam.
and
Let's just
colored
get some
green
old
toilet
tires and
Hell yeah, rip them up.
if we can
strap
make
'em to her body.
Sam look like Mayor McCheese, then I think we can
We
figure
can make
this out.
Trisha look like the Michelin Man.
Yes.
Yes. That sounds great. Let's do that. Let's make that happen. Hey
Dipped in
Trish,
spinach.
please come.
This is
Please
a
join
formal
us.
invitation for Trisha to
Yes.
come and dress like the Michelin Man. What if she just watches this video and she's like,
She's
I mean,
like,
that's a
wow.
no.
Oh no, she's like, unsubscribe.
no, she loves me.
No, she loves me.
No, she doesn't.
You got it wrong. We're
Trisha
the ones
loves
that,
me.
We're the ones that took the beautiful picture together.
Trisha gives me a hug every time I see her.
she gives me
She
a
gives
hug every
everybody a
time.
hug.
No, she doesn't.
She's a friendly
no,
person.
she doesn't. She's only friendly to me.
Right, right.
Only
These
to
are
me.
just Crazy fanatical dreamland fantasies.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, back to PAX or whatever.
I wish you'd seen the face he made.
What AAA titles were at PAX?
Ooh, we played the Division together. That was fun.
Yeah, that was
for the
fun.
three of us.
I'm
You
excited
guys
for the
stink at
single player
that.
As a
version of
team.
that. I think. more so
Actually,
than-
no.
If
our
I had $1 for
instructor-
every time I had to revive you guys.
Our instructor was so bad. He was telling us to kill each other.
Oh
Don't you
yeah,
remember?
yeah. He's like, get after the goon squad, kill the goon
we're
squad,
like,
and
we're
we're
the
like,
goon
aren't we the
squad.
We
goon
the Goon Squad?
squad?
That's what's weird
That's
about
us.
that?
Yeah.
No. You guys are K. Oh.
And then
Yeah.
he
You
goes,
guys
no,
are
there are
cake.
two goon
Yeah, like
squads,
10
I
minutes
think.
later.
Yeah.
I don't know how many squads there are.
Yeah, oh, that was beautiful. And then he was just like, oh, the crosshair is hard to understand, so you're going to have to actually look off to the side. Oh, you died.
Do you work for Ubisoft? No, I'm just Kevin.
Just Kevin.
Everyone's just Kevin.
God damn it, Kevin.
And
You
then
got
we
so
played
mad,
we played
Kevin.
Homefront. Ooh, the Homefront is it a new one? I mean, like, wasn't there a
Yeah.
Homefront before?
Yeah, there was, but
Frontlines,
this
right?
is the new one. Yeah, Deep Silver just acquired the IP from someone else. Who had it originally?
I don't know. I don't know
Homefront is a
Homefront.
funny one. Like it's moved publishers several times over the years. It used to be
Is
like
that a popular game?
yeah,
or
it
something?
used to be. It
Because-
was bigger than Call of Duty. Like
What?
like a long time
Oh, a
ago.
long
Like,
time ago.
what
Yeah,
is that?
when it was
like-
like
2000.
was that when Call of Duty was still Big Red or something?
Yeah, back when there was only like a couple shooter games and they
Yeah.
were all based on World War II. It was like Homefront and Call of Duty were kind of neck and neck, and people generally liked Homefront better. But then when Call of Duty blew up, Homefront just kind of fell apart, and
Right.
the last couple games were just like okay, they weren't great. and
Brief
they just went in a
segment
weird
reel here,
direction.
or like a thing. What do you think ran into? What do you
Whoa.
ran
What-
into the ground?
di-
What do you think- go. What do you think was run to the ground more? World War II or zombies?
Oh God, both. Yeah,
zombies.
That's why Nazi zombies is just so just like to me.
I mean, like if you had to play a zombie first-person shooter or a World War II first-person shooter right now, both next gen.
Is there a third option to eat
Grenade?
So there's a third option to actually you can suck your own dick then die.
The entire thing, yeah, or to suck your own dick and die.
I'm sucking my own dick and die.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, I would rather do anything than look at another
Well, actually,
zombie or World War II thing, unless it was Fear the Walking Dead.
Nice segue. There we go.
Which I have been watching and Raina's been watching, and I like
love it. Oh my
I
god,
think
it's
it's
so
great.
good.
What is
It's everything I asked for. Okay, so Fear the Walking Dead is almost like a not prequel, but it's exactly when the breakdown happens, like exactly when everybody
Is this
starts
with the
getting
same
infected.
characters from the TV show?
No,
No.
it's not. It's a completely different cast. And I remember when
Is
I
it
did
on
it.
AMC?
Smart, I think.
Very smart.
And
Is it
on
that's why
AMC?
people like
Yes,
the
it's on AMC.
Telltale Games
Right.
version, because they focus on a different
different
character,
storyline.
and you could do that kind of infinitely when there's a zombie breakout, because
Yeah.
it's happening all over the place.
Totally.
So other people are gonna have different experiences in different
Right.
places.
And this is the exact storyline I wanted to see. I wanted to see it go down.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to imagine what it was like, and it's going down exactly the way I expected to, and it's
Yeah.
amazing.
What
It's
makes
done
it
so
better
well.
than Walking Dead, the show?
Because The Walking Dead is already played out, in my opinion, because it's already been apocalyptic. They know the world. They're almost like masters.
That show
of
died
that
for me
world.
after like midway through season 3. Because, well, once that one kid got shot through the deer, I was done.
Carl.
Got shot through the deer.
He got
Yeah,
shot through the deer.
in the leg.
And I was like, this is the worst show I've ever seen. I mean,
I used to hate Carl, though. I told you about
Dude,
that.
the
I used to wish
show is
Carl would
nowhere
die.
near as brutal as the comic books. I actually read all the comic books, and some of the shit is just so
Gnarly.
unbelievably, just unacceptably brutal. There's just no reason for it to go like so dark.
once Darabont was next from
beloved
season 1, I
characters
was
that
outie.
you wouldn't think would ever die are killed in the most horrible ways.
Yeah.
Like, name one of the horrible ways.
I can't because I don't want to. I
We're
don't want to
gonna
spoil it.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, I will mention the one worst thing that I've ever seen in my life. Well, not ever seen in my life, but this was pretty bad. The turning the revolving door scene. That's
and,
stuck in my
and
head.
everybody hates Chris.
Oh yeah.
They just like, yeah, just pop
And you're
his
forced to
whole
watch
because
because everything is glass.
And that was in the show?
Oh yeah.
It's the goriest
so
shit
straight
I've ever
up.
seen on TV.
Yeah.
Is it gorier than anything in Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
well,
gorier than Game of Thrones.
except for when the mountain
Oh, that's close.
pushes that guy's head in and just
Splits it open. I mean, we're describing kind of the same-ish thing.
Yeah, same-ish.
honestly.
Is
It's
it
very
really?
similar?
Wait, no. So explain in even more gruesome detail what happened to Kevin.
What?
Or Chris, sorry, or whoever it is. Revolving door boy.
No, it's just okay. It's emotionally brutal because
Yeah, 'cause
he's
you-
with one of the greatest characters ever.
and he
He's
also
forced to watch.
is like he's survived shit that should have killed him at least 2 or 3 times at this
'cause his
point.
leg was
And you're just
busted.
like, yeah, this guy's bulletproof. They're definitely not going to kill this guy. If you were placing bets, which is fun to do when you're watching that game on who's going to die because it could be anyone.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have bet on him.
Right.
So are these
and
major
especially not in a
spoilers
way
for
that's just
people-
so hard to watch.
Well, yeah. Oh, but yeah. Spoilers. It's true. Sorry about that.
No,
We
this
always
was like
do
this was a while ago.
This
though.
was last season.
Yeah.
Last season. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah,
the
it's
hospital.
it's been some time since that happened, but
Yeah.
so this is like a totally different set of characters, and they're in Los Angeles,
Which
and
is
the
what's
outbreak is starting to
awesome.
happen. The only thing that I find completely implausible about it is, this
Oh.
is always the thing
Mm-hmm.
in these shows and these movies, is that nobody has ever heard of a zombie.
So
So
nobody
not
says
not
they're
one
zombies.
person is like, oh yeah, it's like a zombie outbreak. Like
Yeah,
I know
they
just
came
what to
back
do.
from the
Like
dead.
yeah, nobody ever has heard of this.
No.
And I wish that there would just be like one like teenage kid or something that's like, oh yeah, it's like zombies.
You know, like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, and
like,
everyone could just be like, "Shut up! That's stupid."
Right. Right.
You know?
Yeah, the word zombie. Is it like trademarked? Like the way
No.
superhero is? Like you can't use that word or
No,
something?
zombies have been a thing for like hundreds of years. I think.
And you can use it anywhere, but they just won't.
Yes.
They just won't.
They
I
just
think,
ban-
no, actually, I think you're
They
right. I
just
think the
won't.
same person that trademarked Happy Birthday also trademarked
Trademark the word
zombies.
zombie.
It's the word
and they're
zombie.
like,
Yeah.
you can't.
Yeah, so
They're
you just have to
mutant
Both
license it.
intertwined, yeah.
It's the rage virus now.
Yeah, it's
So-
always something. They're like, "Oh, they're walkers."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're deadites.
Deadites.
Yeah.
So the only difference between The Walking Dead and Fear, what is it?
Fear the Walking Dead.
Is that it's in LA.
And
No,
it's
and
at
it's
the
when
it's
it goes
during
down.
the outbreak. Like
Oh.
it's just starting to happen.
Imagine Rust and what's Woody Harrelson's character from True Detective?
Woody Harrelson.
Oh God, what's his
Rust Cole and Woody Harrelson.
Wait, are you talking about
Imagine them in a
Zombieland? Is that
zombie
why?
apocalypse.
Yeah.
That would be tight.
Russ Cole would not be surprised at all. He'd be like, this is the whole thing was just a foregone conclusion, man. You had to see it coming this way. In fact, I'd go so far to say it's always been like this. Woody Harrelson would just be like, you're real depressing.
Or whatever.
Oh boy. But yeah, I think you should watch Fear the Walking Dead. I
It's
really
good.
should.
I don't know. Zombie
It's
stuff anymore
listen,
is
It's
just
the
It's not
biggest
that
premiere
zombie
of all
yet.
time.
Yeah,
actually.
and
Did you know that?
biggest
No, I
premiere.
didn't.
The biggest
What?
television premiere of all time.
Impressive.
How?
Over 10 million viewers.
Yeah. But also, Septic, listen, it's not really about the zombie apocalypse yet. It's literally about to happen. Like, it barely broke the skin first.
Ooh, I love
Yeah.
that's
So,
what I actually
like-
really like in things is
Yeah,
tension
the
and build up.
breakdown is
before
insane.
Okay, so it's actually fun. It's a
my
fun
God,
Yeah,
zombie
and
experience
fun.
again.
You know what's the most interesting thing, and this kind of relates to the other stuff that we're going to talk about today, is the people that are the most offended and hate Walking Dead the most as a franchise are the people that the show is presumably made for.
Why
Like
do
if
they
I
hate it so
if you
much?
would have told me when I was a teenager that there were going to be like TV shows with multi-million-dollar budgets about zombies that were really gory and awesome, I'd be like, holy shit, no fucking way, that's awesome.
That's the
right?
best world ever.
Yeah, is this for real?
Yeah.
You real? You know, like future me, like
You
bring
can
me
have
there,
Too
like
much
tell
of
me
a
all
good
about
thing,
it.
Jeremy.
But then but now we're here and this is happening.
Also,
and people are
think
so they just so want to complain about
I
things.
think it's poorly written. I think Walking Dead is poorly written.
Well,
How
I
do you
think it's incredibly
poorly
boring.
written?
I hate the
Based
characters.
on what?
the old one or like.
Based off of me watching it. I mean,
yeah, but you've only seen up to season 3 and you got
exactly.
tired of
I
it.
heard season 4 is decent.
It's good.
I heard season 5 is pretty good, and season 6 that just came out, right? Or is there
actually
season
don't-
6? I actually don't know.
what the
I
numbers
I
are.
just don't know what
they
what
take
nerds
breaks.
want.
Hey, I know what I
You know?
want.
What do they want?
I know what I
Yeah.
want, Jeremy. I want Frank Darabont to
They're not
be
gonna.
writing.
Frank Darabont's not gonna make a Minecraft show, Steven.
you.
I don't want a Minecraft show,
Yeah.
Jeremy. I don't want
He's
Minecraft
been
things.
talking about this Minecraft show. He wants Frank Darabont to do it.
I don't want a Minecraft show. I don't want.
Right,
Yeah.
right. He wants to be the main character and he wants to voice it and everything.
So you're
Minecraft
trying to
forever.
segue into this Minecraft topic. That's the worst. That's the meanest way to do it.
Well, now we figured it out. We found a way to shut him up. Talk about Minecraft.
No, there's.
Tell us more about Minecraft. What are the other mini games that we're gonna play?
Steve
can
Suptic,
fit-
Minecraft expert.
You can fit.
You can change your name to
If you have
Minecraft.
64 stacks of diamonds, or you can fit them. You can fit 32 stacks of 64 in a chest.
Wait, I'm almost.
MLG Haunt, tell me more.
I'm almost kind of curious, like what he was gonna say though. Like, what do you want from a TV show? What TV show?
I
do you
found.
want for
I
real?
thought. Oh wait, what TV show do I want?
Yeah, you were
what do
starting.
you
to-
want from a TV show?
Yeah.
I want Breaking Bad.
So that you have that.
I do have it.
And
I
you
already
also
got
have-
my,
you
know what? I
also
already
have-
got what I
Watch
want.
Saul.
You also have Better Call Saul.
Saul, have you seen Better Call
No, I
Saul?
haven't seen that.
Dude, it's not bad
It's
at all.
great.
It's great.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Better Call Saul like took a character that was just like a comedic relief that didn't have any depth and gave him depth. It's like
He has so many
unbelievable.
dimensions.
No, that's good writing.
Yeah.
That's really good writing.
So the show's actually decent.
It's amazing. I love it.
I can't believe you
Yeah.
didn't give it a chance. That's your problem. You don't give things a chance.
No, I wanted to give it a chance. I just never
Yeah.
gave it a
Well,
chance.
he's too busy playing Minecraft. He's
Right,
like,
I forgot.
He's,
That's
he's,
all
he's just like,
consuming.
I only
Son
have
of a
time to
bitch.
watch 1 or 2 shows, and then it's
And then
like
it's all Minecraft.
back to the grind.
Right. Poor dude. I
Those
get
diamonds
it.
aren't
It's
gonna mine
tough.
themselves.
Well, you got to get to, you find the best at layer 16. Or was it 13?
That's so sad.
Oh man.
Speaking of, we were passing around an article today from the Daily Mail where they're ripping on Marcus Notch Person. Is that how you say it? Person? You would know.
You would know because Minecraft, you know. Tell us.
Marcus
how do you
Notch.
pronounce it?
Marcus Pushy.
No.
Person.
It's Marcus Pushy.
Pushy.
And I think you'll
Yeah.
find that he's a big pushy after what we talk about.
So apparently he's been carrying on Twitter complaining about how hard it is to be
billionaire?
incredibly wealthy and how difficult it is to have meaningful relationships with other human
I
beings.
think the dude just
Right.
needs to go to the gym.
No, he said something like, I've never been more isolated in my life and I know what it feels like to be isolated, like that kind of thing. So it's just very,
Mm-hmm.
what is it, like self-serving?
I don't know. It's just really hard to take shit like that seriously when you like work for a living.
And he's
You
also
know, and are living hand to mouth and like can't even afford like a
partying
shitty
with all of these
a shitty
celebrities.
house, you know. And he's just like, yeah, I'm just sitting here in my mansion and it's like really boring because I gotta wait for my friends to get off work to come entertain me. You know, and you're like,
I've already
"Shut
and he's
up."
like, I've already beaten life pretty much.
Yeah, it's
There's
like-
nothing
Wait,
else
what?
to do.
He said that?
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Oh my God, how
He's
gross.
like, there's just no fucking new game plus for this shit. It's you know, it's like already
Oh my
did it.
God. How badly did Daily Mail rip on them though?
They took it a little too far.
No,
Like,
they
No
took
way.
it
Yeah,
far enough.
They took it too far?
well, they're
What was the
like
line?
they said something like how ironic is it that he is now trapped in a world as pointless and meaningless as the one in which he created,
Oh
or something like that.
my
Like
God.
like
digital one.
there's like this underlying just disdain for gaming and gamers in general. And so it's like, not only are they offended by him, but they're offended by the mere idea that somebody could become a millionaire because of gaming, or that gaming even exists.
Right.
Which is a weirdly prevalent thing in a lot of mainstream kind of media.
It is, as
is
shown
so
by
weird.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, the
And
Jimmy Kimmel thing's weird.
about YouTube gaming and launching it.
Yeah.
He made like this parody video where he is promoting YouTube gaming, but like it's like, if you want to watch people game and stuff like that.
I'm
and
surprised he
takes it to
hasn't
the
made this
extreme.
joke sooner with like,
Twitch.
I don't know. It's almost like he didn't realize this existed beforehand.
It's been going on for more than 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
I
long
mean, he's had 5
time.
years to make this joke, and there were times where it maybe would have been like accepted well or
Because
something.
Yeah.
like traditional media versus like this new social.
I don't think it
media.
would have ever been accepted by gamers. I mean, gamers are the most like kind of quick to anger and like butthurt segment of the population.
Yeah, why are gamers such pussies?
What? Why would you say it like that?
Because I get to say that it's like when. Okay, I'm not going to make a terrible analogy about something racial, but I think you guys all can.
go ahead.
Yeah,
though.
I think
I think we
talking
want to
about.
hear it though.
I think I
I
understand
think-
where he's going with this. Because he is one,
Right.
he can
right.
criticize
I can say
his
those
own
words.
people.
Right.
Exactly.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those situations.
Yeah, I mean, wow, that's a weird one because like his response was actually kind of funny.
It was
and
impressive.
I appreciate that he didn't back down from it, but it's also my problem with just the general culture of like shitting on gaming is that it's the biggest business, you know, out there. It
now.
generates
Is it
more
really bigger than
revenue.
the movie industry?
Yeah, it makes more money than like the movie industry and probably the television and the music industry combined.
Oh wow.
Like it's a
Much more.
huge
Well, I don't
business.
understand. I
Though.
thought the movie industry was on top.
No, the movie industry has been kind of like on a
the
long, slow
decline.
slide into oblivion because they keep making these shitty like remakes and reboots and sequels and rehashes. It's like
Even though it seems like people seem to be willing to give more money to it, like I feel like people throw their money away at stuff like that in entertainment more nowadays.
people spend more on entertainment because they want to escape, and that's a whole other topic. But gaming provides the best avenue for escape, and a lot of us have grown up with a controller in our hand.
Right, and you can now
You
do it
know?
at home, which is
Like-
so comfortable. You don't have to go
Yeah.
outside anymore.
My generation, I'm a little bit older than you guys, except for Raina, who's
Yeah,
42.
you and Raina are
I
very
mean,
old.
Black's I'm older than Jeremy, so
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
So
about
like
it?
second after Raina, you know, and I've always had gaming in my life. So it's weird to me that somebody just a little bit older, you know, like Jimmy Kimmel would be so completely out of touch with it. But again, I
Maybe he's not
appreciate
actually out of
him
touch.
holding his ground.
Yeah, I loved his response
I
video.
wonder if he has known all along that it was going to be so abrasive
I'm of the
and is
opinion
just
that
like
Jimmy
trolling.
Kimmel is in the know.
He's trolling now.
Is it could be. I think it's an
You think he's
epic
a
troll.
mastermind?
I think it's a master
He's done
troll.
it before, and he'll do it again. Once he pops, he just can't stop. And that's Jimmy Kimmel. I'm pretty sure that he knew all along that this is just like this was gonna happen.
Let's look at the evidence. He's been trolling people on Instagram.
Also,
and,
Jeremy,
and
I didn't know that
Vine.
troll
That's
was
true.
still a
Like-
word that was used by people.
How is it
Trolling?
not?
Yeah, I mean, what else would? How else would? What word would you use for that?
Oh man. Never mind.
There you go. At least he backs down. I appreciate that. But
I'm so good at arguing.
Yeah. Oh my God. There it is. There it is.
That's my response to every argument ever. Is just because there's got to be a word out there, but I just can't. I don't care enough to think about it.
Oh
I
my
wish-
God, even that.
I
You
wish
can't
that
argue with
gamers
yourself.
were better at arguing. Maybe he's just like maybe it's just part of his culture.
He's the perfect
you know,
specimen.
like
we
it's
need to
like
study
they
him.
can either be indifferent or they can be mad, but they can't like have a conversation with Jimmy Kimmel that's on his level. You know what I mean?
What did Jimmy Kimmel call them that I
hit on the
reacted
side of
to
my
so
face.
much? He called them rats.
little rats.
He called gamers little rats.
And it's
It's insane.
so right. It's so right.
I mean, yeah.
I feel like a
what
little rat sometimes.
You are. I mean, you're quite large, like literally.
Well,
but
yeah, I'm a large rat.
Like a New York sewer rat.
Oh,
Yeah, a well-fed one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Big and juicy.
I'm bloated. And
I don't know, man.
Stretchy.
Like, I get it that to some people, like watching someone else play video games must be really, really weird.
Yeah.
But they don't understand that it's like I always put it like this: it has to be like relatable and aspirational. Like everybody wants to be good at something, and it's like it's really easy to look at somebody doing something like that and go like, that's something I could emulate, and I could be like part of this community, and I can have all these friends, even if they're imaginary, like Stevens are. You know, and
oh man,
yeah, and like all these
So
people will
subtle.
tell me that I'm great on Twitter and all this stuff, and it's like it's kind of cool, and and all these kids, their self-worth is like tied up in like how many like Twitter followers they have, and how many Instagram followers they have, and how many Facebook friends.
Yeah,
there's a number next to their popularity. Imagine if you had that when you were a teenager.
Well, the thing is,
if you had a number next to your name,
it's not only instantly gratifying or very depressing, it's either or, but it's also very like you have an external locus of your identification. Like you don't have a real sense of self, so you have to put your identity out there so people can respond to it, and you can now amend it so you can behave the way you want to be perceived, and that's really obvious nowadays.
you can create your
Do
own
you guys
persona.
think it'll be depressing when your popularity dies out and you go post something on a social media website and it'll go down and no one
likes it?
It happens to people all the time. Like my friend Dan Dobby did a documentary called Please Subscribe, where he talks to all these different YouTubers, and they're all at varying degrees of success and varying stages of their careers. And a couple of them have completely fallen off. And in fact, one of them, I think his name is Dan Brown, he tried this social experiment thing that went really backfired, and he just lost everything and became like very depressed.
What was the
And,
social
and
experiment?
he had to
about?
kind of just like, it was like where he would do whatever his audience told him to do, like verbatim, you know, and he couldn't keep up with it, and he made a big deal out of it, and he was very popular at the time, and it ruined him.
So he just couldn't like
The
answer.
audience turned against him because he wasn't delivering on what he promised.
Right.
And so, you know, he had to find kind of like a parallel career that made him happy, and and he became sort of like a producer. You know. And so,
does that make him happy now? I feel like that's still very depressing.
No, in the context of the documentary, he's much happier because he doesn't have that lens on him, right?
Yeah.
So for some people, you know, they really like having the attention, but other people realize maybe they don't, you know.
After they get it though, after they after they have the attention on them, they're finally like, oh, this is too much. I can't keep up.
Yeah, I mean, it's when you get to a certain level and you get like stopped everywhere, I can imagine that must be kind of bothersome. Like every time I go anywhere with Phil, for example, it's like he gets stopped constantly.
Yeah.
You know, and like I don't know if he likes that or if he doesn't like it, but I find it a little strange.
Well, he's
know?
first of all, he's like phenomenally good at it. Like he's really good to his fans.
Well, he handles it wonderfully.
Yeah. I think you have to appreciate it, like it, but also know its limits, which I think he just happens to know. He's just like intuitive about it. And
I don't
he
think
can
I would
handle
deal
it.
with it well. Like I don't
You
want that.
killed
I'm not
every
interested.
single person that came up to you, I imagine.
Yeah, pretty much.
right,
Yeah,
right.
I'm not interested in
With your laser
it
eyes.
at all. You know, like I would much rather be a producer.
Behind the scenes.
But I think for kids, they just want to be popular and they want to be liked and they want to fit in.
Yeah.
Right? And so this community gives them an easy way to do it, and because of that, there's like a whole like kind of social system around this thing that to somebody that's in traditional entertainment just looks stupid. Right. And I think without considering the whole social construct of it, then it really does look like somebody just watching someone play a video game. And when you say that sentence, like people watching someone play a video game,
does sound
sounds
stupid.
stupid.
it sounds stupid.
Yeah, it sounds
right?
ridiculous.
Without considering the
just don't
reasons
get
why
it.
and what it is.
Well, one of Jimmy Kimmel's commenters was like, they watch it because some people don't have enough money to like test out games, so they watch people play like a walkthrough. Let's
Yeah,
say,
but we
you know,
shouldn't
that's
think about the
really logical.
peasants.
Right, yeah. What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, and that's like somebody that would watch a video one time, but we're talking about people that watch like video after video after video after
Right,
video
because they're
after
fans
video.
of that kind of content.
You know,
Well,
it's
they just
because they
it's not
enjoy
really-
the
it's just
personality.
Yeah,
they
it's not about
tapped
the
into
game
the well,
most
no,
of the time.
they tapped into the right thing. That's really all it is. Like they just happen to be entertaining enough, playing games well enough,
Just
and
like
the
when
audience is just
Macklemore
appropriate.
won Best Album of the Year and told Kendrick, he was like, "Oh man, you should have won," and Drake was like,
Man, this song one of those ones.
Wow.
I personally enjoy making like great music.
"That's not how Drake talks," and I'm sure.
Right,
Wow.
right.
I'm sure Will and Darren.
Holy
Oh,
shit!
what do we do with that?
Are we gonna overdub Steve's voice?
yeah,
there
let's
with
do that.
something
Let's do that.
less racially insensitive.
Yep, we're gonna do that, Steve. You know
I wouldn't
that?
do that for anyone besides Drake. Okay. It's
Okay.
not. It's not like a racial thing. It's just a Drake thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you mimic Will for us?
Will?
No, don't. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
just
scared.
don't.
What's that thing
I'm
Will
scared.
says? He's
I'm
like,
scared.
"Damn."
Oh my god, that was really good.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna overdub this whole thing. Okay. I can't get back on track.
I can't even fathom. Like, I don't know what to say after that. Honestly.
So looking at this thing with Notch and looking at this thing with Jimmy Kimmel, is there some validity to it though?
I think that at a point for Notch, at least, I'm sure when you're that rich, it probably
Yeah, but you shouldn't bitch about it in public.
Publicly.
Yeah, you should not publicly
Yeah.
bitch about your like success.
When you have like 2 million followers or whatever.
Well,
like,
you got to
doing
think about it. This is
You
a
have way
dude
too much
who's
power.
lived on the internet his whole life not his whole life because he's probably old as fuck, but long enough to where it's become, the internet is like his go-to comfort. And I get it. It's like, I never got that before, that people that tweet about their problems, I'd always be like, oh, you pussy. Going to social media to tweet about your issues. But then it's like, sometimes that's all people have. It's like they're being
Yeah, and
But,
well, the thing is, he actually has a lot. Like, yeah, you have that. On top of that, he has money. On
But
top
when
of
you
that,
have that kind of money, it's tough to find real people. I
When you
imagine.
have that type of money, you can afford a therapist.
that too.
You know what I mean? Like why are you using your sycophantic fans on Twitter as your therapy?
I think that is the
because he
point
likes
to
attention.
argue.
Dysfunctional.
Because he likes attention.
That's what we're saying. That's like the point of
But the
arguing.
attention is therapeutic.
Is it though, or is it like kind of destructive,
Or
self-destructive?
wait, is it vain? Is a little bit.
Of course, it's vain.
Absolutely, and I think I think it just perpetuates the same cycle, right? Like you're participating in the system that is causing you discomfort and harm.
Oh right.
It's a vicious cycle.
So there's the notch thing. He's just a vicious circle in a vicious.
He's a vicious circle.
So that was offensive. I mean, he's
Time
he's
is just a
stuck in
flat
vicious
circle,
cycle.
man. You
Cycle.
know?
That's why clocks are round.
You should ride a bicycle. Yeah.
He probably should ride a bicycle.
Yeah, there we go.
Have you ever ridden a
Notch.
bicycle?
Go ride it.
You
You're in
guys-
Sweden. Go ride a goddamn bicycle.
No,
dude.
he's
Can
in
he not ride a
he's in Los
bicycle?
Angeles.
He's
Listen.
in LA. Come to the podcast.
No, here's what he's got to do. He's got to go down to Santa Monica, and you can
Venice
rent a
Beach,
bicycle
yep.
for like $10,
Or a tandem
Venice
bike,
Beach,
if you'd
and you
like.
just ride back and
There
forth.
you go, dude.
It's
you can
beautiful.
experience
If
the
you can,
beach.
if you can do that and not be happy, I don't know, man.
That's
Yeah,
what, whenever
there's
I get
something
You may as
sad,
well just ride it
I
into
go
the
to the
ocean
beach
at that point.
every single time. The beach always makes me happy.
Happy, right?
And you should just like put in some sick tunes and just ride along that little parkway on Santa Monica. Step on a heroin
sickest
needle.
of tunes.
Roll around in the beach on the maybe dip a foot in the water. Ooh, cold. I picture that's not on the beach. And then how can you be sad?
You can't.
You know
Yeah.
what? Not
You don't
That's
even
the
have to
formula,
tweet
come
about
to
it.
the
Come to the beach with
SuperPanicFrenzy
us.
office. We'll be your friends.
And also come to the beach with us. We're
We'll
going
make
on
you feel
Saturday.
We'll
better
rent some
about it.
bicycles.
That'd be
Oh,
great.
we'll rent some tandem bicycles.
There we go.
There we
We'll
go.
rent like a quad tandem
Notch on the beach.
bicycle.
Woo, 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 woo.
If you get tired, we'll help you pedal.
Yeah, no big deal. Just enjoy the ride.
We just
As long as you
we're
bring
on a,
those
like a
sick
swing with
tunes.
we're on a swing with them and just give
We'll
them
get
a
one of
push in
those.
slow
We'll get
motion.
one of those blended cocktail slushies.
That sounds amazing.
You know, in the big straw. Yeah.
Yeah, and let's get the big bong beer
Oh, I wish we were
drink.
doing that right now.
I know, right? Why
That
aren't
sounds
we?
really nice.
Yeah, you know what I really want to play? Drunk Rocket League.
Oh yeah.
I
that's gonna be a
practiced
thing
last
soon.
night.
Did you really?
Yeah, I practiced Rocket League last night. It was great. It was fun.
I feel pretty good about our chances. We gotta follow up with Bruce and Joel and get that set up for next week.
Oh right, we're
Oh my
gonna
God.
Rocket League Battle Funhouse.
Yeah.
So
But
that
drunk,
should be interesting.
but drunk.
They're in for some trouble.
I feel bad because every time I see them now, I'm always just either not down in the dumps, but I'm just always tired, and I'm never up for conversation when I'm tired. So it's like every time they've seen me in the past month or whatever, like from E3, I'm just like,
Oh no, so they must hate you.
and even Kovic was like, "Why are you always so down?" I'm just like, I don't know what's happened to me lately, but
They're
it's-
not exactly the most explosive, energetic
Yeah.
young dudes either. They're like all my age and shit.
Yeah, you guys are all old as fuck. Thank
Yeah.
you guys for watching the SuperPanicFrenzy podcast. I'm Steven Suptic.
I'm Jeremy Azevedo.
I'm Matt Danovic.
And hey, come on! And you can actually snag your hot little daddy shirt if you don't know what that is because we haven't said it that much. We're bringing it back. But you can snag one of these on 4humanpeoples.com, and boy are they comfortable or whatever.
They look good. I mean, yours is a
They
little
do
too
look good.
tight.
It's my
It's
what?
a little. Yours is a little too
No, it's
tight.
not. Mine's. I like tight clothes.
It fits pretty good.
Yeah, it's very.
I mean,
comfy.
that's what size you would wear if you were a human salamander.
Right, right.
That's what they called me in high school. You know, they call me Suck Dick.